in no Illuminati. I can't wait for them folk to approach me. They come at me with a $1 billion. I'm gonna sacrifice one of these folks. Can't wait. Where they at? Tell them hit my phone. As long as it ain't no love. Sacrifice, man. Straight up. Illuminati, wherever you are. Call Savage. Got another guest. Got another member. No, I'm just playing. I can never sell my soul. Matter of fact, I would, because I don't even think I got one anyway. Y'all can have it. Come on with them billions of dollars. You can get this money. I ain't doing with it anyway.
Lotto Savage has reportedly been shot. A lot of people were already speculating that something had went down when the police department had pulled up to a scene of a shooting at an apartment complex in Dexter. It happened at the Glen Hollow apartment. They said that the shooting was dead, but the victim was in his late 30s and hadn't been identified. But that wasn't until Lil Gotti had posted to a story saying, "Love your brother damn, first Pope, now you Brazy RIP." Now, I'm not going to hold you considering the caption. I'm not trying to sit there and over speculate or max out, but it's definitely a little bit questionable. Of course, a lot of people are in the streets, and a lot of people don't leave the streets even when they start getting a rap career. But we just saw a similar situation where somebody went on above and beyond because their cousin was, mind you, the whole time they had their cousin. So I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I get you paying your respects, but you just gotta be careful what you say. But as for Lotto Savage, I hope he rests in peace. And, you know, they gonna be updating whoever did this.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter.
We're back. We are back. Y'all heard the man. I don't even know what I need to say in the intro. Y'all heard him for yourself. People would think because he was so sarcastic with it that he didn't mean it. And I'm so glad that they put the photos there. I just started the video and I'm stumbling on my words, but I'm glad they put those photos there as they were speaking, as he was speaking. Come on, man. And he said for only $1 million. Only $1 million. After you get done doing what you got to do, you only gonna have about 40,000 left. Whew. That's cheap for the soul, allegedly. But we're gonna review and react to some clips that one of the subscribers recommended, and what we're gonna review and react to is Lotto Savage. And there are a few numbers that kind of interest me. I'll say that. I do remember when this situation took place. I wanted to speak on it, but I didn't think it would do anything because a lot of people didn't know of Lotto Savage outside of Atlanta. But we're talking about it today. Let me know where you're tapping in from and how long you've been tapped in and all that good stuff. Let's get to it.
Work in mysterious ways. Like, I don't even believe in God, but the Most High.
You believe in God?
I believe in like a high
spirituality type
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, violence is cool or whatever. Yeah, I say a lot of shit on songs. That shit is catchy. People like it. If I started making music about Jesus Christ, turkey drives and shit like that, how many fans would I have? Zero. How would I be able to feed my family?
Bless everyone. You know, I constantly say to stop listening to secular music if you are a Christian. Here, 21SAVAGE talks about his religion. Listen to this.
Interview with you on the Breakfast Club that was intriguing.
I'm spiritual. I'm Ephah, my religion.
You know, the way you articulated on the Breakfast Club, like, it really feels like a guiding principle on how you live your life.
If you do something wrong, you gotta pay for that. Anything you do in life, you gotta pay for that. You know what I mean? So with EFI, it's like my ancestors guide me through life. I cook for my ancestors every week. I give them water every week. I talk to them every week. Just paying respects to everything, respecting everything around you. If I kill a nigga, right, who it might not have been wrong. I might have been defending myself, but I still gotta go pay for that. I really can't talk about how you pay for it, but you just gotta pay for it.
Guys, these people that you are listening to worship demons, they're in false religions, then all of that spiritual stuff that they engage themselves in pours into their music, and then you put it to your ears and soak it all in. That's why I said for Holy Spirit-filled Christians, you are to not listen to wicked music like that, because it will affect you spiritually. Now, there will be people who say Ifa is not demonic or what have you. Let me tell you something before you get in the comments. Anyone who serves another god other than Jesus Christ is a false religion. You are worshiping a demon. I just want to make that very clear. Then there's going to be people who say Jesus is a white man's god. Jesus is for everyone. He's not white. He's not a white man's god. He died for all. So cut the nonsense. Stop listening to secular music if you are a Christian, and start listening to Holy Spirit filled music. God bless.
All right, now, I can almost guarantee you a lot of these dudes didn't practice this stuff before they got big in the industry. Pause. I can guarantee you. Were some of them Muslim? Okay, cool. But as far as going EFI and stuff like that, no. But they're putting it in their songs and everything. Dirk, he even put it in a song about his girl practicing EFI and this and that, and it's real. It's really real. These people practice things that aren't, how do I word this without sounding a certain way? They practice different things. I'm not going to use the W word because I don't want to disrespect anybody's practice, but come on, man. You got to give to receive. That's all we ever talk about. You got to feed to receive. If you're taking something from whatever, you got to pay that back. If it's energy in advance or yeah. Let's continue.
Let's talk about some more super spiritual celebrities, and today I'll be talking about 21SAVAGE. 21SAVAGE has stated himself that he is in the Ifa religion, and he's talked about it on a few interviews. They're mainly like older interviews, but he's open about it. And if you're not familiar with Ifa, it is basically this African religion that originated in Nigeria, and they worship or they honor these different orishas, which are deities or spirits, and they're all like in touch or in tune with nature. Now, 21SAVAGE stated in these older interviews how his ancestors guide him through life, how he give them food and feed them and water them every week. But one thing I found interesting that he said was, if you do something wrong, you gotta pay for it. Anything you do wrong in life, you gotta pay for it. And this is what he stated. He said, if I was to unalive someone, whether it was for protection, self-defense, you still gotta pay for that. And then that's when he goes on to say that he's not going to go into extreme details on what he means by that, but y'all get what he's saying. Everything comes with a price, and you gotta pay for everything. But he talked about how he loved his religion. He's always wearing his ilekes. I haven't seen any recent pictures of him with his spiritual beads, but I know he used to always wear them a lot. But it's a lot of these celebrities that y'all don't even know that is really into Ifa. This religion is more popular than we know it. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, and if y'all knew that 21SAVAGE was into Ifa, and if y'all know any more celebrities that are in touch with their African spirituality and their roots and their ancestors.
Now, I played these clips in a particular order for a reason, and I want to revert back to the beginning where he set his price and what he would do, and yeah. These next two clips, or this next clip, I'll make it one. It's going to be short. March the 19th. I'm going to leave that there. But if you know what to do with March. You know what to do with that 1 and that 6. That 9. I'm already thinking that right now. But you know what that 1 and 6 can turn into, then you just flip it. But it's still unsolved. Yeah, it's still unsolved. The tribute, short, simple. Make it make sense, y'all. I'm not saying this was that, but it's just interesting, and it's always some funny numbers around these situations. And shout out to you for sending this recommendation. Yeah, what he said, then the dates and all of that stuff. I think 21 playing ball. If you made it to this point, say I made it. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you like the new look. I'm not so bent out of shape that my camera broke now. Put it like that. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.
On the afternoon of March 19th, 2025, in DeKalb County, just outside of Decatur, the Glen Hollow apartment complex sat like it always did. Some called it home. Some called it haunted. It was 21 Savage, one of the biggest names tied to Lotto Savage's career, took to Instagram not long after the news broke. He didn't say much, but he didn't have to. The post was simple: respect,